Here we have verse 35 of the third chapter of the Gospel of John. We heard in the previous verse that God doesn't give by measure. That's one way to view that verse, or possibly it's the Spirit doesn't give by measure. There's been a bit of a discussion as to the sense which is associated with that verse, although when we read the next verse, verse 35, the verse that's before us here, we do have the impression that possibly the meaning of that preceding verse was in fact referring to God, because of course now as John is continuing this conversation, and of course we don't know for sure, was this John the Baptist or John the Apostle commenting on John the Baptist? That remains itself a bit of a discussion, but one way or another, one of these two Johns makes this further clarifying remark. Ho, the article, nominative, singular, masculine, ho pater, Father. Of course we have words in the English language that derive from pater, Father. The Father, referring to God the Father, of course. Agapa, this word agapao, to love. It's the most high and exalted form of love that we find in the New Testament. Agape love, you've heard of course. The Father, agapa, loves, ton huion, loves the Son. And if that is what we're finding here, then again it suggests that what was stated in the previous verse was that God doesn't give the Spirit by measure. Specifically, did not give the Spirit by measure to His Son. His Son at the baptism received the full and complete expression of the presence of God's Spirit on Christ, and that therefore suggests His comprehensive competence to speak of the things that are the greatest truth of all, reaching back into the very things that He has seen and known from heaven, from above, now become those things that He discloses here on earth. The Father loves the Son, kai panta, neuter, plural, of all things, so has given all things. Dedoken, from didomi, I give. This is the third person singular, perfect active indicative, has given, and the perfect tense here suggests they remain in the possession of. In te keri, this is the word care in the New Testament, means hand. This is the dative singular, and so in the hand out to of Him. Of course, this word care is the word from which we get the word chiropractor, a practitioner of healing arts that uses the hand. The hands is the principal method of applying therapy. So the Father loves the Son and has given all things into His hand. He doesn't give the Spirit by measure. He doesn't give knowledge by measure. None of this comes by measure. Christ has the complete and full and comprehensive complement of all things that are given from heaven, and thus is the one who is competent to carry out the mission that has been assigned to Him by heaven.